Hello everyone, I'm Jacob Kauf with Nerd on the Street, and today we are unboxing the Magewell USB Capture DVI Plus. Alright everyone, so I mentioned in a network update a month or two ago that we were trying to save up for a new capture card for Extra Life this year. Nerd on the Street does a 24 plus hour charity live stream every year, and this year we wanted to play some retro games, things like GameCube, Wii, and for that stuff we needed a new capture card. Now my existing capture card that's actually, well, I've got it plugged in, but it's actually in use on this desk right now. That capture card is a Magewell card. I heard about Magewell through the Linux Action Show a couple years ago, and Noah recommended them over there. And yeah, Magewell is a great company because they make cards that work really well with Linux. You just plug them in and it shows up as a video for Linux device, which is basically the exact same thing you get if you plug a webcam in. So you can plug in HDMI, now you can plug in DVI, VGA component, and it just shows up like a webcam under Linux. Very, very nice. Now I made an unboxing of that other card a couple years back when I got it. It was like 3 years ago now, I think, or at least 2. Anyway, this is a higher end model. You can tell because it's in an actual cardboard box, and actually here I'll hold it up to the good camera. This thing is a step or two up. So this is the 32080 is the model number. Glad I got that model number because that is the new version. Here's what the back of the box looks like. As you can see, there is a seal on the bottom, a silver sticker holding it all together. Magewell products, yep. And I got this thing actually from a company called Purse. Now I ordered it, Purse ordered it from Amazon, but I actually had a viewer recently. I had a viewer named Scott Pollier show up to the rolling release live stream for episode number, what was it? It was episode number 15, and donate over $400 worth of Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. 3 cryptocurrency coins. I'm not sure if I pronounced the last coin correctly, but basically it would not have been possible to purchase this card without those generous donations. I want to say a big thank you to all of our Nerd Club sponsors. And if you did become a Nerd Club sponsor to help pay for this, I want to thank you for that. In the long run, you're going to help probably even more just being a recurring supporter, but we could not have purchased this card without Scott's generous donation of, like I said, a whole lot of Bitcoin. It was 0.02 Bitcoin, 1 entire Ethereum coin, and 1 entire Litecoin. And that's a lot of United States dollars throughout those 3 coins. So yeah, thank you so much, Scott. I'm going to try and do the best I can to use this thing to make some cool productions. So yeah, this, like I said, Magewell, we're just going to cut it open at this point. Pull open our knife here. Right, so I ordered this from a website called Purse, and what they do is you can order things using Bitcoin, and then they go and purchase the devices. I'll cut away from myself and not towards. They go and purchase the device from Amazon using United States dollars, and they send the device to you. So yeah, hoping this was kind of a shifty thing because it came from Amazon, but it's not on my Amazon account. It's on my Purse account. So yeah, hopefully everything is in the box that is supposed to be excellent. All right, I was worried about this breakout cable. I'll talk about it in a moment, but it is there. So inside the cardboard box there, we've got a black, this is a very nice box. As you can see, it's glossy and a bit smaller. This is more in line with the box, although the box from my older Magewell capture card was actually, it wasn't a box, it was like a plastic pull-open thing. This is much higher quality. Only about $120 more than the other one, but still, you're paying a little bit for this thing, so you're paying a good chunk of change. So yeah, nice that they give you some decent packaging. So USB Capture Plus is the line that this is in. Portable, powerful, plug and play. I can vouch. Plug and play under Linux, as well as Windows and macOS. I've also used my other Magewell card with, but Linux works beautifully. I cannot recommend Magewell enough if you're doing Linux live productions. So the bottom of the box just has a link to Magewell's website there. Top of the box here has some FCC and other regulatory bodies. It's got some copyright notices, trademark notices there, standard stuff. And then on the back of the box, we've got some feature rundowns, plug and play, like I said, Driver will install automatically, but really it's just there's no driver needed on any OS. It's beautiful. Audio input and output with this particular model. CPU free video processing. This thing also has a scaler. In my existing here, I'm gonna pull it out here. Well, you'll see this one in just a moment. So this right here is the capture card that I already had, the Magewell card here. This is what it looks like. So you saw me unbox this years ago. I've been using it ever since, and it works just perfectly. This thing, not only does it capture into Linux, and it has almost zero lag, like just about zero lag. So you can use it for things like gaming and just using a computer. It also has a built-in scaler, so you can put whatever resolution and whatever frame rate you want into this thing, and you just add it into OBS or whatever software you're using as a source, and it takes care of scaling for you. It takes care of frame rate conversion for you. You know, if you've ever dealt with a Blackmagic device, you know how much of a pain in the butt it is to get Blackmagic devices to show up correctly on, even on Windows machines, let alone Linux machines. But yeah, Magewell devices have built-in scalers. It's as easy as it could possibly be, and they're not paying me for this, so you know this is my genuine opinion, as it always is on this channel. This particular card does have a loop through that allows monitoring while you're capturing. As you can see, right on their box, they say they support Windows, Linux, and Mac OS right there. Just awesome that they include Linux on the box as a supported operating system. USB 3.0 interface, you can plug it in. With USB 2.0, you just get lower resolutions and frame rates. But yeah, you can plug just about anything into this thing. It's really great. So in this box, we've got the USB Capture Plus, one USB 3.0 cable, and a quick start guide. On the sides of this thing, I see nothing, so we'll go ahead and try and slide this open here. Alright, I cannot figure out exactly how. Here we go. Alright, so you just pop it on through. This is much nicer packaging than with the old card. Oh, and that card's even a little bit bigger too. Interesting. Alright, so this is a nice, this is actually like a velvety foam material that this is in. This is very nice packaging. Here, oh, and the velvet is coming off of the foam in the packaging, as you can see there. We'll just pull that back. Alright, packaging's falling apart here, but alright, we got the card out. And let it be known that these scuffs on the corner here, this is not actually scratches. This is sticky residue from the underside of that foam that was just popping up. I'll clean that off later, but this is what this card looks like. It is, compared to my USB capture, this one is a little bit longer. It is a little bit taller. Decent amount taller, a little bit thicker as well, so it's bigger in every dimension. It is the same nice aluminum feel. Even on the front, this is not plastic here. I thought this was plastic looking at the pictures actually, but this is aluminum metal just like this is. And on the back you can see there, same material, just different color. Maybe it's paint. But yeah, very nice. It's pretty light. This one feels a little bit more heavy actually, but that's probably just because it's a smaller space that the electronics are crammed into. So yeah, it says Magewell on the front. On the back, it's got a sticker with the part number, serial number, and everything. Probably shouldn't be showing you that stuff, but you know, whatever. So the two long sides are completely clean, nothing on those. And on one side we have input. That is a DVI port right there that you can plug in either DVI, or I'll show you the breakout cable that comes with this in a moment. And then on the other side, we've got the USB out. That is the USB 3.0, as you can tell by the super speed logo there, 3.0 out to your computer. Audio in and then audio out, because DVI does not do audio itself. All right, and then also in this box here, I'm just gonna take a moment to fix this here, all right? Packaging was almost 10 out of 10 if it hadn't fallen apart when I opened it up. But you know, at least the device is solid. That's what's really important, not really the packaging. Here is the USB 3.0 cable. Now, as you can see from my other card that I already had, this is USB 3.0 to 3.0, Type A to Type A. So you just plug one of these ends into the capture card, like this, and then the other one plugs into your computer. Doesn't really matter which side of the cable you plug into which end. However, it is important you only use the cable that comes with it. I'm not even sure if this cable would work with this card, because they say that the cable is actually a specific accessory to the device. It's not just a regular old USB cable. So I am going to keep them separated out. But here is the cable that comes with the DVI Plus capture card. So we are going to just, we can even just keep that all in one piece and slide the cable out. And it's about the same, comparing the lengths of these two devices. Lengths of the two cables, they are exactly the same. So maybe that is the same cable. All right, now I'm gonna set my old card off to the side once again, and we'll try and focus the rest of the video on the new card here. So one of these ends plugs into, and that cord was coiled up. You can see the ends of it are actually kind of bent from being so coiled, but you plug one of these ends into the capture card here. All right, and that's much more clicky than my other card because it's brand new. The other end goes into your computer, and like I said, then your computer will detect it as if it was a webcam. So I tried to make my camera focus there. Didn't exactly work out, sorry about that. So there is that card. Now I was concerned a little bit because on Amazon, now on Magewell's website, it actually says that it comes with more than this. You know, this says it comes with the USB Capture Plus, USB 3.0 cable, and the Quick Start Guide. And come to think of it, I don't actually see the Quick Start Guide anywhere either. Some of the Amazon reviews said that they were missing the Quick Start Guide. I appear to be missing the Quick Start Guide. I don't know which seller. That was one of my issues with Purse as a website. I didn't know which Amazon seller they were actually going to go with. I requested a specific seller, but then they told me they already ordered the product, so it was too late to pick a seller out. So yeah, I had emailed Magewell and gotten the recommended seller that they recommended, but I can't even tell you which one sent me this. So anyway, on Magewell's website it says that it also comes with a breakout cable, and on Amazon it said adapter not included. However, it was not included in that small box here, but in the larger box, if we open this up one more time, there is a little bit more in here at the very bottom. We'll just take that out, and now this box is empty. This right here, inside of this big long Ziploc bag, this is both an adapter and then also a breakout cable. And I recognize this from when I had my my AverMedia capture card. It had a breakout cable. Don't have that card lying around anymore, but it did this. Of course, it only works with Windows, and I have long since sold that. It was an internal capture card as well, so could not be used with a laptop. But as you can see, it comes with a DVI to VGA adapter, because DVI does have an analog component to it in addition to digital. So you can plug this in here, and it's actually giving me some trouble plugging that in. Interesting. Alright, I'm not gonna force that right now. It is very difficult to try and plug this in right now. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. We'll come back to that later. But I've got plenty of these. This just converts your DVI to VGA. Only works with DVI inputs that have analog capability, which this card of course does. So we've also got a breakout cable here, and this is nowhere as crazy as, you know what, it wasn't the AverMedia card that had a breakout cable. I think it was the Blackmagic card that I had before that for a couple weeks that never worked properly that I got the breakout cable from. At any rate, what the breakout cable does is DVI is an analog input. It's kind of weird because it's got a digital option, but then it's also got an analog option, so you can get VGA into DVI without converting. It just needs to move the pins around, but it doesn't actually have to digitally convert anything. And then it also can accept HDMI, because HDMI it's similar enough to DisplayPort, where once again, no digital conversion needed, no video conversion is needed. It just moves the pins around from HDMI to DVI. And then you can also get the component in, which this would be audio and 2 video. Or no, it's 3 video, it's RGB. 3 video, the audio is completely separate for composite. Component, this is component. Composite's the one with the yellow video and then the white and red audio. RCA plugs are kind of confusing, but this is the breakout cable here. So what you do is you plug this in, and that goes in much easier. that was much easier. So then you screw in the DVI plug here, and then on the other side here, and I don't think there was a major problem with this. I don't see any bent pins or anything, so it's probably just really new and you need to kind of force it in if you want to plug it in. That's pretty common. But at this point now, I could use this thing as an HDMI capture card, just like my old card. You know, this was an HDMI capture card, plug the HDMI in there. Now I can use this as the exact same thing if I wanted to. Or, of course, the reason why we got it is for component input. So this is RGB. This is your red signal, green signal, and blue signal. And by default, most GameCubes and Wiis came with component, it came with composite, which composite plugs are the ones that have a yellow plug for video. All of your video goes through one cable, and that's, of course, not very high quality because all of your video is compressed down to fit on one cable. And then it's got two cords for audio left and right. So this thing comes with component, which component has 3 separate channels for the video, which means you have 3 times as much bandwidth and not as much interference, so you can get much higher quality video. Now, GameCube component cables are extremely expensive. Wii component cables are super cheap. So I'm going to be picking up a Wii component cable, and of course the Wii can play GameCube games anyway, so effectively I can play all of my old games, you know, as far back as GameCube on the Wii, and then other things through Virtual Console. We're going to have a lot of fun during Extra Life with this thing. But yeah, we plug those in here. Here is the plug. And then for audio coming in, this is 3 channels of video, like I said. So if you're using HDMI, even if you're using HDMI, since DVI doesn't do audio, I think you're just going to get video from this thing. If you want audio to come in, you're either going to have to plug the audio cable directly into your computer from whatever your source device is, or you can have it go through the card. All you have to do is plug it into the input slot right here next to the USB port. You can tell because it's got an arrow pointing inward, and you just plug your audio in there. That's a 3.5 millimeters, so just like if you had headphones, if you were converting to a headphone jack or something, you plug that in, and then the card will actually send the audio through the USB cable. And then of course you can monitor the audio as well with the other 3.5 millimeter audio output jack, which is interesting because there's not actually a way to monitor video now that I see this thing. You know, you're just gonna have to look at your computer. Now, once again, this thing has just about effectively 0 lag. It is instant. When you plug something in with this into your computer with OBS, if you're using USB 3.0, then it's going to be the same experience as if you plugged it directly into a TV or a monitor, because Magewell cards are just that good based on my own experience. But yeah, this is our new Magewell card. I am so excited about this thing. I can't actually demonstrate it for you today. Like I said, the Amazon listing said that this thing wasn't included, even though Magewell's website said it was. So I actually held off on ordering my Wii component cable, because if it didn't come with one of these, if the card did not come with the Breakout cable, I was going to order that from Monoprice at the same time that I was ordering the Wii component cable. But now that I see it has one, I'll go ahead and order that component cable. It's like $5 with shipping from Monoprice, and Monoprice does not have good shipping prices, so that's like a $2.50 cable. You can pick it up from Walmart for like $8, but that's a huge markup. No way I'm giving Walmart that much markup, so I'm ordering it from Monoprice. You can also get it from Amazon. Thank you so much once again to Scott for donating all of those cryptocurrency coins, and thank you to all of our other Nerd Club members. Hey, you know, this was $419 on Amazon. Now, we got it for a little bit less because Purse gives a 5% discount just for shopping with them, because Bitcoin prices are always going up, so they can do that. But effectively, this card was $419. I highly appreciate anyone who contributed to it. And even though I would like to mention, even though huge donations like that are always awesome, I also really appreciate the people who are just giving $3 a month, because those add up to make a stable recurring income. Whereas the big donations, you know, Scott gave $400. And he's got a Nerd Club membership for 10 years now, but of course I'm not expecting him to make another donation for the next 10 years until that Nerd Club membership runs out. So yeah, even just if you're not a Bitcoin miner, but you do want to help us afford equipment like this, head over to nerdclub.knots.co. It's just $3 a month. You can join through Patreon. We've got a Patreon page. That's one of the ways you can join the Nerd Club. And there's a couple other ways as well. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who helped us get this. And tune in to our Extra Life 2017 stream. It's going to be 26 hours, guys. 26 hours of gaming, including Wii and GameCube classics. I will be testing this thing out before then on some live streams, so make sure you follow us at Knots_network on Twitter to keep up to date with our live streams. For now, though, that was a nice quick unboxing of this device. I don't want to drag this on too long, so I'm Jacob Kaufman with Nerd on the Street, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.